Howdy do to our subscribers.
And howdy do to our non-subscribers.
To our non-subscriber. What if we just did a whole episode?
The princess.
The viewership can't go down. Meghan Markle.
Meghan Markle, do your oopsie. Boop, 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 boop. And did you watch the interview? I did not.
No. Can I tell you? I didn't either. I don't care. And I know it's wrong. I know it's wrong. And I respect mental health issues.
Sure.
I appreciate that portion of the story.
Sure.
But at a certain point, it's a rich woman complaining to a billionaire woman about the rich family that was mean to her. Right?
I mean, the problem is I know that I'm supposed to tell you you're wrong, but you're not. And so I'm in a troubling seat here. I do think, obviously, you shouldn't be asking what the race of a baby is.
Prince William, wasn't he famously handsome? And then that went by the wayside, didn't it?
Yeah.
Why don't you pop a picture of that bald fuck on the screen?
I definitely will. Oh my God, you could see your face on the top of that thing. Shines right back at you. It's bad up there.
No wonder why Harry left.
Yeah. He's like, I'm tired of being associated with this fuck. Truly, I can't take it anymore. Every bar we go into, people point and go, look at what happened to him. Like, it's not fun.
What happened? Yeah. If there's any reason to abolish the monarchy, it's what they did to William.
Yeah, you're telling me...
Look at him.
They have that much money and no Rogaine in the building. Nowhere to be found. Okay, so here at What a Week, we have new competition. If you haven't heard already, Miss Candace Owens, the notable Republican lady, she's announcing a late night show. And Candace Owens, not only is she doing a late night show, but she wants it to be funny. She wants it to be...
Does she?
Yes. She literally, in the article, she's like, humor is the light of the world, like, whatever. And it's like, okay, we need to blame the comedians who opened this door for her. Because she talks to quite a few comedians, like, big level, to where I think they gave her too big of a head, and now she's like, I need to run with this. I'm hilarious.
And said you're funny. The problem is, like, I know the conservatives are not funny. They're not funny people.
They're funny in the wrong way. They're funny in like a ha-ha, look at what they're doing.
It's the hypocritical, but I think the difference is that everyone's a hypocrite. The left, let's not say that they're not hypocritical as fuck too, but at least a lot of more leftist or liberal or even in the middle, they're able to laugh at themselves. The right, the conservative people, cannot laugh at themselves, and that's the pinnacle of comedy. That's the main part of it.
Yeah, that's literally all. If you can't look at yourself and say I suck, then you suck. You know what I'm saying?
Then you suck.
Yeah,
then you factually suck.
Yeah, that's how that works. The good news about Candace Owens actually making a late night show is I do think now people will start to respect Jimmy Fallon because that man has lost so much respect in the past 6-7 years.
Real downward spiral because he was on top of the world. I was a huge Fallon fan.
And
then you
don't tell anybody this, but I still like the guy.
I mean, I don't dislike him. Like if I saw him, I'd be like, I love you, buddy. You know what I mean? To grab him, let's grab dinner. You know.
But people hate
I don't want to watch his program.
People hate him. Which is interesting when there are people like Candace Owens walking around.
Well, it's funny because the poor guy tries to remain positive and just do kind of light, fluffier stuff, which I don't think that's bad. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that there's definitely a space for that, and frankly, it's welcome. Because if everybody's fucking Colbert crying his eyes out every night about the state of our country, I think it's a bit much at a certain point.
Oh, yeah. Well, and actually that's what, it's tough because I don't want to agree with this dumb broad on fucking anything, but she, in like her article about this and whatnot, she basically is saying like that late night shows have turned into let's just talk about what's bad in the world. And she's like, I actually want to talk about what's good. Of course, her idea of what's good is probably like they got a van of immigrants. Like,
Yeah. Well, that's very clear. I would love to see the slate of stories that it's like, good news this week. That wall, not built, but Mexicans still criminals.
Yeah.
Let's move forward. All right, so the Senate confirmed Merrick Garland as the next Attorney General.
What a name.
Almost 5... Yeah, I mean, the guy's got a name. Almost 5 years to the day that this evil cartoon sea creature kept him off the Supreme Court. Merrick Garland is back on top, and he's ready to do the most brazen thing anyone in this position has done in the last 4 years. Follow the law. You'll recognize Merrick Garland. He got blocked from being on the Supreme Court. Remember, Obama picked him famously, and the Republicans, led by Poppy No Neck, they said, "Not today, Satan," and they wouldn't let him do it. He said investigating the Capitol riots is his top priority. Joe's dad is pulling up the driveway, and he knows we just threw a rager while he was gone for the weekend. So someone please go clean the poop off the walls because Daddy's home. And he's pissed. All right? So call your mom. She needs to pick us out.
Well, to be totally honest, the lack of investigation in the whole thing is very much so on par with the history of the American people, but we need to do better.
The news like this doesn't make its way into the funnies section of the newspaper.
Why is it that something like this people don't fucking know about, but anytime Mitch McConnell shakes his fat neck, people hear about it left and right?
As hard as it's to say, the guy is good TV. It's like watching, like, I don't know, anything like disgusting, like pimple popping videos or you can't look away. Like, you look at him on screen and you're just like, how does that exist?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then you kind of just keep watching clips on YouTube.
You're like, I need to stop watching this. But also, how does it move like that?
How does it move? Why is it slithering? Why is it leaving grease behind it? But also, Cal, quick moment of silence for this man, William Barr, who managed to still look awful amongst a group of people who literally only did bad things. William Barr, everybody.
William Barr. Setting the bar low. Come on.
Ooh. A bar so nice, they got somebody new for his job.
Alright, so if you've literally been living under a rock, then you don't know that Kim and Kanye are Dunye, over, okay? They're through. And this is actually very surprising considering that we all knew it would end. But it still feels like a shock. Like, you know when you take a test and you know you failed, and then you get the test back and it's like a 25 and you're like, okay, I knew I did bad, but this.
It's like, if you're lactose intolerant and you have a pizza and you're like, I'm gonna get sick, and then you don't get sick, and the next morning you have diarrhea for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Like, you thought you beat it. You thought, like, this time it wasn't gonna happen.
Yes.
Sooner or later, it always catches up with you.
Yeah.
They had the 4 kids. They were cool. They really lasted. For first of all, she went from 70 days to this.
Yeah.
God bless. It's a big jump.
Yeah. I mean, progress is progress.
I mean, she really turned herself around because she became a champion of the people, a criminal justice reform person, and he became an insane human. Mm-hmm. So
they went interesting routes that they weren't cohesive. I'll say that. So, I think what started off as a wholesome relationship based on the fact that they were both famous ended up deterring. The main story here is that Kanye has cut off his communication with her completely.
That's like getting kicked out of Arby's and then being like, I'm never coming back here.
I guess the thing that is weird is that he refuses to connect. communicate. Jesus. He refuses to communicate with her, but he still is like seeing the kids and everything, which has to be kind of weird in that like, because if she has the kids, but they're not communicating, is she just like, okay, kids, go on?
Well, okay. Well, you're looking at it from a very middle class angle. There's 3 different nannies involved.
Oh, yeah.
Also, it's like a 40 room estate. Like, he could be in the house right now and she doesn't know. Like let's be honest.
That is true. I think I did just identify myself as broke there for a minute.
Yeah. How is she giving him the kids on the porch?
Who's gonna take the kids to the after school session where the when the parents are working? When the parents are working,
Both parents are working and they have to do that.
And they have to stay after. Who's gonna make hamburger helper at night?
He probably does. All right, you guys, this is a big one. Virtual immortality is on the horizon. I read this the other day and I went, what? This is one of those stories that like murder hornets or like aliens clearly existing, and it's just happening at a time when people are still like, no thank you, like not right now, Kim. And
yeah.
It's hard to handle.
This is actually very interesting, but I have to tell you, like, it terrifies me.
It's very scary. So basically the gist of it is that it will be possible for humans to live forever once scientists are able to build what's called a Dyson sphere that's powered by the sun. It's a machine in space that harnesses the sun, which feels, to be honest, like a way more fun to die than the trajectory we're currently on. So I'm not totally against it. Honestly, at a certain point, it's like, no, they actually do watch movies because they're watching these movies and they're like, that's a good idea. It's like they watch the first act. They watch the first act and they're like, honestly, I think I can do it. And then they turn the movie off and they start working on it without realizing it means that we're all going to get fucked.
Yeah. There's no bigger... I don't care if I live forever. It's just... If I go into this virtual immortality thing and I see fuckers that I can't stand, I'm gonna be pissed. Pissed?
Well, you mentioned virtual reality. Let me explain how this machine works. And I majored in communication, so I can tell you with a pretty kind of good grasp on it what it's about. So basically, the machine will analyze every aspect of your life and digitally recreate you in a virtual afterlife, which is literally an episode of Black Mirror. The feel-good show with no repercussions that we all love. So like it literally, that's why it needs so much power, is because it analyzes every moment of your life, every digital footprint, everything you ever did, and it just kind of recreates you. Which is why like I was thinking about this the other day, and I got a headache because it's like it's not me, but it is me, but it's like not me. You know what I mean?
I can't stand thinking about this stuff because it drives me up the wall. Okay, because here's the thing: is like. What even are we? Where are we? What is going on? Why do you have your own life and I have mine? But then also, where did we come from? Is this a simulation?
Cotton Eye Joe.
What is a molecule? Where are we? I'm gonna cry. You're gonna make me spiral.
It sends you down a rabbit hole. It's very upsetting. But the fact that like these articles are always very casual. You know what? And that's what like blows me away. It's like these articles are like, you know what? It's gonna happen. Not in your lifetime, but it will. But that's what's crazy about science is that like they know something's possible, but they can't do it yet, and they won't be able to for a long time. That's what's insane. Is that like, how do they leapfrog? Because they're like, we know for a fact we can create a digital afterlife for everyone and recreate you digitally and have you redo your life and then go into this program where you live amongst other people that are also digitally recreated. But all we have to do first is figure out how to harness the power of the sun.
So, this story is very relatable because every woman goes through a phase where they are worried that they are being cheated on, okay? And sometimes you're right and sometimes you're wrong, okay? But this woman found out that her boyfriend was cheating because of a Fitbit notification. She got a notification between the hours of 3 to 4 a.m. that her boyfriend had lost 500 calories or whatever. So how
that's cardio.
I'm like, this man could have been fucking somebody, or he could have been dying, running for his life.
Yeah,
something.
That man, 500 calories. God, at a certain point, you can't even be mad at him. You just have to be impressed.
Well, you're also like, okay, if you're gonna cheat, he got his money's worth. I mean, 500 calories, like, geez Louise. But also at the same time, like, having a synced Fitbit with your significant other, it's like, no wonder you're unhinged. No wonder you want to cheat. Like, you are on a tight leash, and quite frankly, it seems to me as though there's a good reason for it.
Yeah, that's the last step before someone cheats, is being like, hey, babe, do you want to connect our Fitbits?
What's your thought on that? I want to know how well you slept last night. The reason why this caught her off guard was because he told her that it was guys' night out. Like,
was he fucking a dude?
I don't know. That's a good twist.
More
if he
like
was
guys' night in, am I right?
But also, if a guy you're dating is like, it's a guy's night out, it's like, okay, you're gonna be cheated on. Like, this is not good. Like, this is not a healthy relationship.
Well, a guy's night out is fine, but calling it a guy's night out is disgusting.
Yeah. Like,
does that make sense? I'm hanging out with my friends. I've never had the worry that I was being cheated on. Is that good or bad?
You've never had that worry?
It's never crossed my mind. Yeah, and it's not exactly like I'm at Adonis locking it down, rocking your world, good luck walking tomorrow. But I don't exactly have that worry. Why would I spend so much time talking to one person if I wanted to be with somebody else? It's too much effort.
Oh, yeah, I mean, talking to one person is
it's
a lot.
That's overwhelming. If I say I want some, I'd like a guy's night out, it means I just want to go to sleep at 8 and be alone. This is a fun one. I wanted to end it on a nice note. I love this story. Cow escapes transport vehicle en route to a New Jersey slaughterhouse. He's not even running away. He's just like calmly walking down the street, taking it all in like one at a time. Like, this cow fucks. Like, this cow fucks. You know what I mean? Like, if any of you are in New Jersey and on Hinge later, there's a chance you scroll past this little honey right here. Do yourself a favor, swipe right. How did the cow know he was going to the slaughterhouse? Well, like, that's actually, let me tell you something. Of course he knew. A dog gets picked up, there's a good chance you go to a shelter, somebody adopts you. A cow gets picked up, it's because you're getting got, okay?
Well, yeah. Well, here's the thing with animals that I think humans often they're talking. They're talking to each other.
Oh, yeah.
They know each other's story. They know what's going on.
I've seen an animated movie, Kelly. I know they're talking.
Yeah. Chicken Run. Thank you. But they are fully aware of what is going on. And then he comes out of nowhere, which really takes you for a loop because cows are pretty big. So you're like, where could you have been hiding?
Yeah.
It's hard to be secretive when you're a cow, you know? Like, you bump into things.
Yeah, the last thing he says to you before he shoots you, he goes, got milk? And he just shoots you in the face.
You know he's been there because there's just like a puddle of milk on the ground.
There's a puddle of milk on the ground? That's his calling card? He leaves everyone with a milk mustache before he leaves. What a week.
What a week. Please remember to like and subscribe and share our videos. Help us out. You know, I mean,
you people shared. God forbid it.
You want to know something? Can I go on a little tangent here just for a second? Okay.
Go ahead.
You people get on your soapboxes and won't shut the fuck up about small businesses left and right. This is our small business. You want to help small businesses? Well, God forbid you save a video. You know that little save button is worth millions on Instagram.
It's very valuable.
All right, what a week. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.